So Jordan's penny pinching papa passed, and this was his pound cake. Now I'm gonna make it. I'm David Zarko, and this is Dead Greg's Friends. All right, pound cake. It's brought to us by White Owl, and I don't fish, but I love a good fishing shirt. I think the instructions portion of this is a bit lacking, but let's jump into it. You start with a pound of butter. And I heard rubbing your fingers on garlic will help you separate yolks from eggs, which we need 8 of. So much for being a penny pincher. What are you talking about, Jordan? Nah, probably a different economy. Anyway, I would use that bowl so I could grab the yolk, toss it with the butter, put the egg whites elsewhere. You see what I'm saying? I crack my egg, yolk there, egg whites there. I think you get it. We do this 8 times. By the way, I don't think rubbing my fingers in garlic helped at all. The first actual step is to whip egg whites and sugar, so that sounded like a meringue to me. I waited about 30 minutes so the egg whites would be room temperature, and then I started whipping. And after a couple minutes of whipping, I started putting the sugar in, and you're trying to get those stiff peaks.
That's peaking, baby.
And then he says refridge, and it gets confusing here, because he just says mix ingredients together in parentheses, which you think would be in reference to like the whip the egg whites, but then the next step is to bake. So it's like, what do we do with all these ingredients? So I understood it as refrigerate the meringue and mix the remaining ingredients, which would be a pound of butter, 8 egg yolks, 2 cups sugar because 2/3 were used in the meringue, a teaspoon vanilla. I used evaporated milk for the canned
I
milk.
feel like that's what like babies drink.
Hopefully he didn't mean condensed. 3 1/3 cups flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder. Now the mixer wasn't really working for me.
Yeah, look at that, man.
Get it?
That's weird.
So it's no surprise I get my hands involved. And it was time to get the meringue from the fridge. Okay, now who's speaking? And then fold it in. Okay, all he says is bake at 300 for an hour and 25 minutes. In my defense, he doesn't say what kind of baking dish to use. He doesn't say, hey, don't overfill it. Nothing like that. Just bake at 300 for an hour and 25 minutes.
How's it look?
It's good.
Dude, what is that?
Look, it's good. It's good, dude.
It took like over 2 hours to actually finish cooking. It's time to serve it up and see what the roommate thinks.